estate right here. So you can just guess that there was a big land, you know, a lot of land over there, maybe a room to try to put down the plane. At least crash into his house and not somebody else's, right? Just didn't quite make it. How long has it been since Michael Jackson passed on?
12 years.
Oh, can you believe that? 12 years ago already?
Oh, it's gonna be 12.
This is where the ambulance came. 2009. Right here, you're right. Ambulance pulling in right there. And Neverland, the ranch, that's north of Santa Barbara by about 30 minutes. Which is a fabulous day trip. You know, beautiful area up there with the wineries, the vineyards. They produce rap music videos right across the street here. Walt Disney made a left turn here. Burt Reynolds lived up the street there. Rod Stewart still lives up the road. Brad Bell, who inherited some soap operas, ran into Snoop Dogg twice right here. Coming over, I guess, to be in rap music videos. And above you, on the right, there's a balcony up there. And Michael used to stand on that balcony saying hi to people that would congregate right here. They were leasing this property for $100,000 a month.
Wow.
Check out the beautiful property on your left there. Ooh, you're going to get an open gate moment. Ooh, we got to get this. Because Elvis used to live here. So this is Elvis going home right now. Elvis Presley pulling in. Elvis moved in here in 1969 and stayed here till 1975. When Elvis moved out, it became the home of Paula Kent, co-founder of Redken Hair Care Products. And she lived here right up until 2014. She never moved out. That gate shuts quick, so get ready. Here we go. Ready? Get your camera ready, boys and girls. Show and tell time. Oh, can you believe this? My camera went in. There we go. Well, I can't believe my camera's so frustrating. Tony Curtis lived on your right, and he was a big inspiration to Elvis as a teenager. Sonny and Cher lived on the right there. 141. And Marilyn Monroe spent a lot of time at that house. They use it as kind of a retreat center, too, you know. The Rolling Stones are right here. They bought that place. Mick Jagger. And they, of course, were inspired by Elvis. So Tony Curtis to Elvis to the Rolling Stones. And 300 million other young musicians inspired by all these people. Danny DeVito across the street on your left there with the big hedge. Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin brother right there. Oh. And we're leaving Beverly Hills. Or I should say we're coming back into Beverly Hills. See, we're leaving the rich side of town. We're crossing back over to the poor side of town. Look how small the lots are getting here now all of a sudden. Poor guys. No space whatsoever, I'll tell you. Now, the property values over here are about $1 million for every 1,000 square feet of living space. In Holby Hills, it's $1.5 million. Jimmy Stewart right across the street here. You remember Jimmy, don't you? Like that's a wonderful life. Especially living next door to Lucille Ball. Lucy lived right there on the left. She and Jimmy would have cookouts all the time together right here. Jimmy and Lucy. And then my favorite lady right up here, Miss Charo. Coochie, coochie, coochie. Coochie, coochie, coochie. Right in there. That's where Charo lives. Yep. 1801. Leno makes a left turn here, goes a half mile up the road, makes a right turn on Tower. We've run into him about 4 times. Because he's always out on the road driving different vehicles as part of his show. Look at this old house on your right here. They stripped the old frame and rebuilt it, but they didn't tear down the old frame. So that's kind of an old style with the brand new materials. It's got a very dignified look, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mesmer on your left here. That was Tom Cruise's agent right there. She lived there. You wonder who some of these other folks are that can afford the millions and millions for their housing. They get 10 to 15% of whatever their client makes. You know. They make 20 million. Somebody makes 2 to 3. Kirk Douglas sitting in a wheelchair right here with his nurse aide on your left, right there on the sidewalk. And I had just watched a movie starring Kirk Douglas from 1957. I said to him, I didn't know I was going to run into Doc Holliday today. And I'm sure he was shocked. Anybody would remember his role from a movie over 60 years ago. Look to your right. Say hi to Floyd Mayweather. $20 million for that property. The Beverly Hills Hotel, home to the bungalows. The restaurant inside the hotel, Polo Lounge and Restaurant, pretty reasonable. Say hi to Mark Wahlberg on your left right there, Marky Mark. Yep, it's a nice one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the artwork on the gate. I think that might be too much to pay just for the artwork on the gate right there. How much for the artwork? Oh, that'll be $200,000. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
So the Beverly Hills Hotel, the Beverly Wilshire, and the Four Seasons. Those are our 3 major celebrity hotels. Judy Garland raised Liza Minnelli right in the corner lot right here. They tore down the old house. They're just now building a new house. After all those years, the old house became dilapidated. It just sat there. Nobody ever wanted to touch that corner. I don't know why. Maybe out of respect for Judy Garland. Like they didn't want to touch it, but nobody ever fixed it up. So they should have taken the old house and gutted it just like they did that other one and, you know, maintained the original frame and rebuilt the whole thing just as it was, because that would have been Dorothy's house. Judy Garland, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, raising her kid right there. A couple of big mansions on your left here. The Sultan of Brunei built side-by-side mansions. One for him and one for her. His and hers mansions, right? One for you, one for the wife. Oh, look at that, honey. It's 10 o'clock. Time for you to go home. Well, we'll see you in the morning. Have a nice night. Let's gamble a little bit with this neighborhood over here. I can tell we're going to get a ticket here pretty soon, but until we do. On your right, 50 Cent lived right here, rented this property. Rap artist was hanging out right here with a nice see-through gate. Look at that. And this is how Tom Cruise goes home now. But there's a property on the left. We need to find out who it is. I'm going to look it up today. I'm tired of thinking about it. 911 Foothill. that investor, that's a brand new property, and they tore down the other two homes. And one of the homes they tore down was Frank Sinatra's. And Nancy used to live right up straight ahead of us on the left there. But she sold her house. Good-looking construction lady, huh? Hey guys, we'll try not to hit on the construction lady here. Look right over the hedge there. Tom Cruise's place is behind it. See the little chimney? Not the one on the right, but the one right straight ahead of us over the hedge. And this is not his driveway. That's the property right up front here. How we doing? Tom Cruise's address is not hard to remember. 1111. Make a left turn here. See the 1100 on the street sign? His address, 11111111. Call you Vista, right up on the left-hand side. Hey guys, Carol Burnett's house on your right here. She used to live there. She's not there anymore. But we had a guy named Del Casher who played guitar for Elvis in the movie Roustabout. And we gave him a private tour. He came out here in 1967. And I told him up front, I said, you're probably going to give me the tour. He goes, oh, we never get out. We never saw anybody's homes, blah, blah, blah. And then we came down the street here. He goes, oh, there's Carol's house. We used to bring our kids over here to play with Carol. And then another chance encounter on your left. Look at that brand new driveway. It's a brand new home. I had a lady on the tour sitting right up next to me here in the front seat, and as we're driving down the street, she goes, oh, there's the house my husband just completed building for Sandra Bullock. Her husband was the owner of a development company, and they build homes for the stars. So she gave away the inside story there, and we knew that Sandra had moved back here from Austin, Texas, but didn't know where, so that kind of confirmed it. Don't tell anybody. I don't think she wants anybody to know. It's top secret. Okay, that's the inside track. If I see that in a tablet, I'll know where they got it. Look at the driveway that goes to nowhere right there on your right. Gene Roddenberry, creator of Star Trek. That's how he used to go home right there. They tore down the house, but his house was making use of solar power in the early 60s. One half would catch the sun as it's coming up, and then after high noon, the other half. So it was like this, a pointed house to an edge where both sides would catch power. And it was a nice testimony to his love of advanced technology. What have we got going on here? The director's chair. All right, fight on. Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne on your left. The Osbourne reality TV show. That became home to Christina Aguilera. And in 1931, Edward Doheny built a big mansion for his oldest son. Look up at the top of the hill here on your left. A big old mansion. This is called the Greystone Mansion. It's open to the public normally, so you can come over here and walk the grounds. Ricardo Montalban in the old TV show Fantasy Island. This property right here on your right. The big star of that show, of course, was Tattoo. The guy who would say, hey boss, hey boss. Look at the little gate for Tattoo right here. The little steps, the little gate. Tattoo standing next to Ricardo forever and ever in our memories. But this cost $3.5 million to build in 1931. You might remember Jackie Chan in the movie Rush Hour. Do you recognize that gate right there? That's it.
Oh.
Well, that's the Rush Hour gate. Sure is. Yep. The entrance to Greystone right here. Again, it's open to the public. Normally.